Hello, everyone, and welcome to PMCS Finals. This is what these teams have been fighting for all this time, and we are finally here. We're going to have 5 matches tonight. We'll have UC giveaways in chat. We got it all, baby. All right, so let's go through these slots. In slot 3, the Gucci All-Stars. In slot 4, Terror Doxy Go. All right, slot 5 are the Zombie Boys. Slot 6, Fnatic Esports. Slot 7, Dynastia 18NA. Slot 8, Team Shadow. Slot 9, The Fierce. Slot 10, Team Aces. Slot 11, RG Thesis Esports. Slot 12, Exceed. Slot 13, AGGV2 Gold. 14, Oxen Let Them. 15, KR Esports. 16, Death Angel. 17, BIS Yes, Sentinels 18. T-Goal Squad. Hello, Richard. 19. XO Invincible. And 20 are the Silence. How would the giveaway work? Will there be codes in chat? Yes. Watch for Toast to come in and start dropping codes. Yes, it is. Shout out to Toast, PMCS for sponsoring the UC giveaway in chat. Yes, there you go, Richard. And we are just 15 seconds away from starting our first Erangel match. And guys, for whatever reason, my iPad is not connecting tonight, so I don't think we're going to have the iPad to be able to show you what's going on. And I think that's a lost cause. I have been fighting with it for, feels like hours. It's been at least the last hour anyway. Very disappointing because I just bought a new Connect. I bought all sorts of new stuff, and it's still not working. It's very frustrating. Alright, so we're loaded in on the iPad, but you guys can't see it. See, I don't even know what to tell you guys. It's just not gonna work. Alright, so anyway, we'll go ahead and leave the iPad up in case it just decides to randomly start. Gucci Flash, I see you. Should we jump with Gucci Flash since he's already on my screen? Hello, Flash. Hello, Gucci Flash. We will jump with him. My computer picked him. We have so many good teams in here, guys. Look at all these player names. Zombie Boys Rivals. Woo! Look at all this. There you go. Alright, guys. Here we go. Our very first flight path of tonight. And we are going from Lipovka, very southeast flight path across farm, across the very northwest corner of Military Base Island and into the bay. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to send that, didn't I? Doop, doop. Sorry. There's that. Yeah, I'm a little behind because I was fighting with my iPad, and as you guys can see, I did not win. Alright, so Gucci All-Stars are off the plane. And they are headed up towards the Yasnaya field, somewhere along in there. And they do have several teams right with them. You can see Team 6, the Fanatics. Team 16, the Death Angels. And then XO Invincible right there with them. So we may have a very early fight over here in Yasnaya. So I'm going to stop paying attention. Oh, D18 already in a fight with G-Thesis. Let's go over here, check out what's happening really quick, see what's going on, because G-Thesis is now down to just a duo. Come on, load in. There we go. We have walls, guys. Alright, so we do have two. And, oh, we got 33 and 77. We're on 77, 33. It looks like they are starting to push up on him, and he is holding down these stairs, guys, getting ready with this M16 Uzi mix. So let's see what he can do, because they are all coming on over. We got Axum in a fight with Team Aces right over by the school already. Look at all these fights. There goes Sadra. Sadra's just been knocked by a Tommy gun. Ooh, let's go. Let's see what he could do, though. They are right down below him. Let's not get off this fight. And whoa, there goes one from. Let's see what 77 is doing over here. Woo, he's trying to get out of the way. He is down to about 20 HP, and now they are pushing up on him, guys. Let's see what's going to happen as they're coming right at it and around. He was trying to finish off that heal. Did not get that heal off, and so 33K is the last one still standing. But we have so many teams over here in a fight. Let's get over here and see what Axima is doing, because Axima is already up to 2 eliminations, and we've already got 3 gone from Team Aces. We only have Drago left, and Drago is stuck over here right between the Zombie Boys and Axum. Let them. Alright, so the Zombie Boys are right over here in school apartments, and we got Axum over at the recall center And Team Ace is right down there in the twin one stacks right over there in that corner. So we do have another fight down here with Exceed. And there are two already knocked from Exceed. And they are over here with Team Shadow. Let's check in on Skur. Skur is also knocked over here. Let's see what's going on. Does look like Quads is trying to push up onto Exceed. Let's check in. Oh, we got Selfless picked back up. We got Pico right over here trying to get those shots right on through. Trying to get those cheeky angles. Trying to hold them off so that they can get their team picked up. Damn, 6 taking out the blood. Alright, and he is still coming up and around, guys. Still trying to get those shots right on up. Trying to hold them off from coming up onto his team. As his team is all 4 of them back up on their feet. Empty is down. About half health, but I think that's more of a first aid issue than anything else. Dom going out that window. They did get the knock onto Quad, so let's check out what is going on over here. And I think, oh, I clicked on the wrong person. Let's check in on AZ. AZ is the last one still standing. He does have an M4 and an AK. And now KR Esports is in a fight with AGGV2. Or, AGGV2 Gold. And so AZ is trying to come out and around. He is the last one still standing. Where is AGG and KR Esports? And we still have the solo over here for G Thesis, but it does look like Dynastia 18 is coming up to him. And I'm trying to find where KR Esports are. We have the silence in Pachinki. Look at our very first zone. So much water in this very first zone. Alright, where is KR Esports? I don't see them on here. There they are. They are over here. They're gray. They're gray, so I'm going to be able to find them now. But KR Esports is in zone, so let's see what else is going on. Oh, right when we pulled out. AZ is able to get the one knocked as they pull right up and in. And so now he's coming out and around trying to get those shots. But Exceed winning the Primorsk battle. Alright, guys, let's go. Let's check in on these other solos. We still have all these teams right over here in Yasnaya. Gucci All-Stars just starting off this match as a trio, but we do have a trio over here for the Fanatics and the Death Angels. All 4 of them are back in the North Apartments of Yasnaya. Alright, let's go see what 33 is doing over here. It looks like 33 traded out his M16 for a double barrel, and I do hear them starting to push up and in onto him. And let's see, there he goes, guys. Alright, so let's go. Let's see what else is happening. Where is everybody? Looks like Terror Toxico going around the north side of Yasnaya. Totally missing all these teams. It does look like Fnatic is leaving Yasnaya, so that leaves just the Gucci All-Stars over here in Yasnaya with the Death Angels. So let's see what else is going on. It looks like Oxum has gone ahead and moved on out. They are up in Rozhok now, and they're headed on out. And we do have Minecraft. See, I am just having all sorts of cat veins. Oh, big fan, cat. Oh, look at that, guys. We have cat veins in our YouTube chat. I am such a big fan. Ooh. Alright, guys. I will try to restart this stream so we have better quality for the next match. For whatever reason, I am having a lot of technical difficulties tonight. Try to bear with me through this game, and we'll figure it out during the break. Alright, so let's see. Alright, everybody is pretty much separated now. We still have the 2 teams over here in Yasnaya. We do have the Fierce over on the East Bridge, not too far away from the BIS Sentinels. So there may be a fight over here. Teagle not too far away from Exceed. They are over in the quarry. And look at this. Our zone is getting ready to shift again, and we only have 4 teams in zone at the moment. If you want to include Fnatic right over here on this edge of the Minecraft field. Jeez. Oh, what a night for issues. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. Alright, we might have XO right over here with Terror Toxico. Now remember, they came all the way across the map. Terror Toxico coming across the top of Yasnaya to end up right here in the lap of XO Invincible. Let's check in on Zephyr, see what these guys are doing. Looks like they're, woo, I can almost not even tell that that's Mount Everest. You gotta love it, guys. And we are still going down to the southwest. Look at this. We still have Primorse. Primorse is almost center zone. So we still have all these teams that need to come into zone. We only have, at the moment, 3 teams, and that's because the silence just came on in and the zombie boys just found Team Ace's Drago. He must have come out of that one stack, and we might have a fight over here on the East Bridge. Let's check out this East Bridge, see what's going on. As the Fierce, and we got the BIS Sentinels trying to come on in through. And let's see what is going on with this. If we could load in, guys. Alright, so let's see what's going on. It does look like Whitebeard. Oh, Jelly! Peanut butter jelly time was able to find the Whitebeard. Let's get over to Jelly. See what's going on over here. As he is trying to get the Fierce off of Nash. Nash is totally disconnected from his team. He is way over on this cliffside with all of the Fierce right between him and the rest of his team. So let's see what they can do. They're still trying to hold him down and off. We got Static and Soka right over here. Soka is down to about 1 HP. Soka just got knocked, and we still have Static right over here. Where are Zeeks? Zeeks is over here on the other side with Whitebeard, and look at that Nosh. Right when we got off of Nosh, he was able to get that knock right over onto the Fierce, and there goes Soka. Jelly getting that confirmation, and now they are still trying to get the fights over onto Zeeks and Whitebeard. Alright, guys, let's see what else is going on. We still have a lot of teams that are trying to get in onto this north side of zone, and we are about ready to have a collision between the Fanatics and the Silence right over there. But let's check in on Jelly just for another minute as the Fierce are trying to get away from him. He is trying to figure out where they are, and he is a long way from zone. Zone is all the way over onto the West Bridge at this time. So some Emperado, look at Emperado right over here in the middle of all of the Fanatics. We do have the Fanatics right up top taking those shots down onto Emperado, and he is just taking it. He is eating those shots and still going up to figure out where the rest of them are. He is on a scouting mission trying to figure out where the rest of them are, and he does come right up and over, and Degas finds one of them from the Fanatics. So now the Fanatics are still coming up and onto him. Let's check in on the Fanatics. And the Fanatics, a trio at the start, are just now down to Lux. And Lux, if you look at the mini-map above, all 4 of them from the Silence are on his tail. They are right behind him. One wrong move between the trees in this swamp, and Lux is going to have to fight this 1v4, and he is still trying to get down and across all of this, and he does stop right there. There's Exotic straight across, and Exotic taking that one and winning. Let's go up to Oxum right over here. Oxum is in a fight with the Zombie Boys, and the Zombie Boys are now just down to a duo. We have Crazy and Azoric still trying to get right across the top of school. Look at that. They are so far from zone, and we still have all this right over here by Terror Toxico. Terror Toxico must have been the longest traveled because they came all the way over from the other side of the map. Sorry about my graphics. I hate it too, guys. Alright, so ooh, Unknown does get found right over here, and I do think that Exotic's going to be able to get him across the street, but the Terror Toxico are over here trying to get those shots, and they are moving out and around, still trying to figure out where he is. Oh, Sandu. Ooh, with the nade right on the corner of that house. And look at this, we still have everybody pushing up and in. Sandu getting this nade out and ready for the silence. Oh, Exotic knocks Exotic. He must have jumped out of that buggy a little bit too fast. And Sandu trying to come out and around, still throwing those nades over towards the silence. And we do have Modelo over on this side, taking him down. And now he has all the sight lines right over onto him. Emperado, Degas, they are all trying to figure out exactly where his helmet is because they want to remove it from his head. Ooh, he got him down to about 5 HP, but Unknown is now knocked again. And so now here comes the push with a nade first. The nade first right over into the building, onto the silence where, oh, and Aiden, we still have this nade coming in right on in. And now Modelo right on the outside. Oh, no. So now Terra Toxico, the silence coming in on top of that. But here comes the zombie boys for that third party. And so now look at this. They are carrying him in because Emperado is the only one still standing. Exotic is down to 1 HP trying to get this revive off. And Degas, look at Degas. He's like, I'm not even going to be in there when those nades come home. All right, so let's go, boys, because let's see what else is going on. And look at this. They shifted it over towards Ferry Pier. So now Primorsk is just barely in zone, but we still have about 30% water as everybody is still coming right up and in. And we have T-Goal right over here on top of Team 16, the Death Angels. The Death Angels, there goes Seer right on the backside of that. And here comes the rest of them. Tiger Sun coming right on in. Not afraid of that. And there goes one from T-Goal. We are right on the northwest side of the quarry, and the Death Angels are getting shot at from two different teams. We have a team T-Goal right over here, but not too far behind them are Axum, LADAM, Let Them right on the other side, but they're in a fight with the Gucci All-Stars with the run over. Let's check in on Flash. Hello, Flash. Going up and around, getting a different angle over onto where the Axum are. And Axum coming right up and over the top of that hill, face to face with Gucci Flash. No, and Flash missing that 1v1 because I was on him, probably made him lag. All right, Tfue coming right up and over now, headed right towards the quarry, getting sprayed down from Axum as Axum is right across on the other hill. And there goes Flash right when we switched over to him. Hello, Zuli. Hello, Zuli. All right, so guys, let's see. Everybody's still trying to get into this zone. Like I said, it's almost half water, and we still have 3 teams right up over here. T-Gold squad down to a duo right over here with, look at this, we got the Fierce over here too. We got Zeeks and Whitebeard. They were able to make it all the way over here from the East Bridge. Advance, good luck, everyone. Thank you, Suli. All right, so the Silents still need to come in. Everybody else is pretty much in zone. And Gucci Tfue is able to knock someone from Axum. Let's see if I can find where Tfue went. And here he is. Mystic was knocked, but they're coming on over to pick him back up. And let's see what else is going on. I think we did lose the Fierce and all of that. Nope, the Fierce is here. I completely just lost my train of thought, guys, because I was reading. All right, so let's go. Let's see what else is going on, guys. They are coming up and in. We are now almost solidly on water. My mouth is not working. We are from Quarry to Ferry Pier, and let's check in on T-Goal right over here as he still has all of Axum right above him. He is not moving, but the rest of his team have set up, which is just Gunda over in the other side in zone. Let's go over to KR Esports right on the beach of Ferry Pier. Look at that. We got the BIS Sentinels right out there. And the zombie boys, they are in a fight for the beach land. Crazy is down to about 2 HP. Let's check in on These Sentinels, the BIS Sentinels. And look at that. Here comes Team 7, the Dynastia 18 coming right on in over here at the house, at the compound, right on the edge of the beach, keeping those sights right over onto everybody, holding down the sandy turf. There we go. All right, so let's see what is going on. We still have Mambe across the other way, and Mambe trying to cause as much havoc as he can over onto the beachgoers. They just want a vacation, boys. That's all they want. All right, get a little bit of sun and turf, maybe an umbrella drink. All right, guys, let's see what's going on over here. We got Optico trying to get those sights over onto Wish. Let's see what's going on with Wish right on over there. See what he is up to. Oh, we got a scope, boys. We got the scope going. All right, so Wish trying to come up, trying to get those eyes over onto Dynastia. We got the Sentinels. We got the Zombie boys. Alright, so that is what is happening right over here in all this craziness. Ooh, Oxum just found somebody and I missed that. I think it said the Fierce. I think that was from the Fierce right over here, but we still had one more from the Fierce over in a different section, and I think the Fierce is now gone. We are down to the top 9 teams, guys. Alright, ooh, Optico got knocked when we got off of him over here. And it might have been from Dynasty 18 over on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and take off my iPad, guys, because I think that might be causing some more of my issues, because I got rid of this for a long time and now it is back. So, alright, so let's see. We are going to the quarry. Look at this. We still have the 2 roads in place, so you know how PUBG likes to make these roads center zones. So we may be going to the north or to the south. That is my guess. And let's check in. Oh, one of them from the Zombie Boys has been knocked. 22 watching, 6 likes. Everyone liked the video. Thank you, Suli. Thank you. My favorite person right now. Alright, let's check in on Exceed. Is Exceed are trying to push their way right on in, right next to the Silence, and the Silence are right on top of this hill. And they do find Selfless, and that was Emperado from the top of that hill. Let's go check in on Emperado now on the chase to figure out where the rest of Exceed are going, and Exceed are going right on top of the Zombie Boys. The Zombie Boys are right here trying to hold them off, and they also have KR Esports on the other side. Let's check in on Malaz. Malaz has been knocked, but they're going to be able to pick him back up, but they are right here on top of BIS Sentinels on the other side of the dip. Let's see what's going on with Exceed from across the way, right on the other side of the Zombie Boys, and the Zombie Boys throwing those nades up and over the top of these dunes over onto Exceed, and they still have to go all the way up this beachfront and back in so that they can get, oh, and Crazy just got knocked, but Asork should be able to get him picked back up, and we still have the fight, and here comes the push by Empty coming right up and in, and here comes the push onto the Zombie Boys, but Empty does get knocked, but Pico's able to get that get him picked back up, got that one. And so now let's see what's going on with KR Esports right over here, trying to get those shots over onto the BIS Sentinels. You just saw Nosh get knocked and taken down and out. Jelly over here, oh, trying to get that confirmation over onto Mombay, and gets found by Wish. And we still have D18 in this compound as our zone has popped, and we are going to the field right between the streets. So now Emperado's still coming right up and through, and we do have a team right over there in the car wash. So let's check in on Degas. Degas is coming up and around on the other side, but Emperado was way over there with Oxum, and Oxum is still at a full 4-man team. And we do have 17 over here, up to 7 eliminations. 7 eliminations already. We are down to the top 4 teams. We have Dynasty at 18, Axum Let Them, Exo Invincible, and the Silence and Axum Let Them. 17 is the top fragger at the moment, just on the edge of zone. Does have to push up and in. Let's check in on ASOB. ASOB trying to get those shots across the field onto Exotic from the Silence, and Exotic hopping back into that car because he is right on the edge of zone. He's not too worried about moving. He just wants to find some helmets, guys. Wants to remove helmets bad. Alright, Dynasty at 18 still trying to come up and in. They are just a trio now. We did lose Ray 77K, but he is trying to keep an eye over onto the distraction smokes by the Exotics. And ooh, this nade could end up right on top of Exo Invincible, and it does. ASOB right on top of ASOB, so now it's just up to Nub. Nub trying to throw those nades, and here they come out and around. He tries to get that nade right on top of Azov, and they still go up and around, and ASOB is way across the way. There's no way. Oh, look at that. Zin comes right out and in. Oh, and he tries to get Zin, but Degas from across the field is able to find him. Dynasty at 18, Axum LATAM, and the Silence are the last top 3 teams. And we still have 7 eliminations just from 17. Trying to throw those nades right over onto the Silence. Exotic trying to get Degas picked back up as he is crawling right up on top of him. Tossing his nades into that smoke as much as possible. And look at that, Degas is back onto his feet, and he knows that they are getting close. And here comes a molly right up and over. Let's check in on Degas. He is fully full health again, and it is now, look at that, going over to Dynasty at 18 and Axum. So now here comes the push by the Silence, trying to get over into zone, coming right up and over. Oh, the run over onto Axum by Degas, and now Degas and Exotic both have to heal back up, and they come out and around, and they are able to take out the Silence. So now it is Dynastia 18 versus Axum Let Them. It is a 3v2 going into this final match of our first match of today's finals. There we go. I got all twisted again. And we still have the top fragger in here. He is still up to 7 eliminations. Ooh, and there goes one. So now we are down to just a duo. We have Zin and Azov. Zin is down to about 1 HP. He does get knocked, so now it's just up to Azov against the duo from Axum. And they are right out in front of him. 17 running in the zigzag. Oh, Axum LATAM coming in first with 16 total eliminations. Coming in second, Dynastia 18 NA with 11 eliminations. Coming in third, the Silence with 9 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6. 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. Going all out is Axum 17. He had 9 eliminations. All right, guys, I'm going to restart my stream, or restart my game. Hopefully we'll have better graphics from here on out. Be right back with live scores. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to PMCS. Hop into spring finals, and here are your scores coming in first. Axon LADAM with 26 total points. One winner chicken dinner. Dynasty 18 with 17, and the Silence with 14 total points. Here are your scores. The room started. Yes, it did. And we are jumping with... It was Axon 17 going all out with 9 eliminations. He was also the finisher. As soon as we load in, we will go over to him. Hello, Gucci Flash. My computer screen likes you so much. Look at that. 2 games in a row right there on Flash. All right, I think we are in the game now. So let's find Axon and go to 17. There they are. Alright, guys, we are in. We are starting our Miramar match. Hopefully the restart, we will not have any more Minecraft graphics. If we do, I don't know what to say. I give up tonight. Oh, another crushed flight path. We're going from the wall just to the west of Via del Mar, across the northern edge of Leones and right into Impala, and the islands right to the east of Impala. So there's your flight path, and we are still jumping with Axon. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Sorry, I had to answer that message. Looks like we have several that are going down to Prison Island Via del Mar. Look at that. It looks like we have 3 teams at least right down on Via del Mar. We have the Zombie Boys, Fanatics, and D18 right over here. So let's see what's going on over here with the Leones. We do have Exo Invincibles right on top of the Death Angels, and Axon are now off the plane, and it looks like they're headed to the north side of Leones. So let's see what happens way over here. Our first zone has popped, and we're going from Cruz de Val all the way around the power grid, down through Chumacera, down through the southern farms of Las Leon, Puerto Paricio, and through the islands back up to El Azahar. And look at that, the Death Angels are bringing death. One of them just knocked one of them from XO Invincibles. And let's see what's going on. Beast has been knocked in. Jelly. I just saw Jelly. All right, so let's see. We do have early fights going off. KR Esports over by AGG V2 Gold right on the other side. Looks like Nub getting ready to throw that nade right over onto... Let's see, the Death Angels starting off as a trio right down here, but they have already got the initial knock over onto the Exo Invincibles. And look at that, Team 4, Terror Toxico, not too far away from that, taking over the western edge of Las Leon. Most of the teams are already in zone, but we do have several teams going up. Look at this T-Goal squad. It looks like they might just be a duo. I only see 2 of them. Nope, there are 4 of them for T-Goal. Alright, so let's see what's going down here in Fanatic. Fanatic started off as a duo, and they are now getting pushed up on. Oh, look at that. Exo Invincible just knocked one of them. So let's see. It is the Zombie Boys versus the duo from Fanatic, and we just saw one of them from AGGV2. Look at Tempo. He is all the way over on the western side. His team is up here in Impala, and he's going to end up going right through the middle of the BIS Sentinels, and the Sentinels look like they are putting a trap together for the Fierce coming across from Partona. So I don't know what AGGV2 Tempo 99 is going to be able to do in all of that. And look at this. We've got Dr. Ribbon, I'm not even sure how to say his name, Draven, right over here with the M249, getting pushed up on by Crazy from the Zombie Boys, and he is right out there. Look at that. Draven can see him, and this nade could end up right on top of the eye. Oh, Crazy's coming back with his own nade, and Crazy gets him with that nade, so now Crazy is coming up and in. We do have Lux right across the street watching for all this, but we do have the Zombie Boys, all of them pushing right up and in. Lux over on the other side of the street away. Hi, is this for BMGI? No, it is not BGMI. It is PUBG. I'm sorry. I cannot speak tonight for anything. XO is still in the fight over here with the Death Angels, and I think the Death Angels now may be down to just a solo. It is just up to Optimistic, and he got pushed up on by all four of them from XO Invincible, but here comes the Terror Toxicos. They heard all this action and they want some of this third party. Let's go back over to Lux and see what Lux is doing. I'm not exactly sure the Zombie Boys know that he is right across the street, but look at that. He could see Rivas right through that window, and Rivas looks like he is just pointing that way. What is Rivas doing? Wow. I would have not been able to not take that shot, guys. All right. What happened to our boy from AGGV2? Where is Tempo? Did somebody find him? Because I don't see him on my map anymore. And it looks like Dynasty 18 is having some issues with falling. I'm not sure where Dynasty is. Oh, they are way over here in the hills of Chumacera. Looks like he fell down the side of that cliff, but he's getting picked back up, guys. All right, let's check in on AGGV2, and Tempo is disconnected. I did not see who got him, but I think it might have been one of them from... Yes, it was. It was Krish from the BIS Sentinels. We saw him driving right at him. All right. The BIS Sentinels are not too far away from Exceed. You can see that right here. Exceed may be coming right up into Leones and ending into the laps of the Terror Toxico. When is the UC giveaway? When Toast comes into my stream. It is sponsored by PMCS, guys. Alright, so let's go back over to Lux. See what Lux is doing as the Zombie Boys. It looks like the Zombie Boys are starting to come up. Get a little closer. Lux pops up. Oh, and he is able to get one of them from the Zombie Boys. And he does get that confirmation. So now all the Zombie Boys know exactly where he is. And Lux is now trying to figure out the best way to get on out of here. Crazy already holding that angle. Oh! And Lux is able to knock Crazy, but here they come. Oh, and he pulls out the DBS, and Rivas is right on the backside. He may end up with this 1v4 against the Zombie Boys. Look at him. He is down to 1 HP as they are still coming up and around, and the blue zone is about ready to take him down and out. Ooh, the Zombie Boys are just a duo, though. But look at that. We do have now Dynastia 18 right over here, finishing off the Zombie Boys from that third party. The Big Yelled able to get that final confirmation. All right, guys. Woo! There's some craziness right on over here. And it looks like Team Shadow coming up across the bridge, the new bridge area. The Fierce are starting to move out of Partona, and they are coming up and around trying to figure out where everyone is. I'm sorry about this graphics, but they are going across the top of everything, apparently. AGGV2 in this fight right over here. Let's go over here and see what's going on. We are down to just a duo for AGGV2 against G Thesis Team 11 Esports. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. These two are just a duo, and they were able to find one, and Soban gets knocked out of it, so now it is just up to Anzo. Anzo against AGGV2, but AGGV2 is just a duo at the moment. Looks like Anzo is going to try to get out and around, maybe try to get him picked up, because it does not look like AGGV2 are pushing up and in. So look at how his partner was able to come up and in. We do see that AGGV2 Gold are getting into vehicles, but they are headed now over to the Gucci All-Stars. The Gucci All-Stars are right there. Hello, Monster Clock. Hello, hello. So now we do have Exceed coming right up over here on top of all these teams, but they are headed straight at KR Esports. KR Esports, Milaz, and Mambay are right across the street from Exceed, and we still have Exo Invincibles right down here in between all of them from Terror over here in this. Look at how spread out, but they are in a square shape right around the duo from this team. They have cut the team in half. All right, guys, let's see. KR Esports, finding one of them. They just found Selfless right over here, and I think it might have been Blinky. Blinky over here. Oh, Blinky's been knocked, so now Mambay is trying to come up and try to find Dom 6. Dom 6 right at the top of that. Now Wish has been knocked, and Mambay turning around trying to figure out where his team is and keep Dom 6 from getting the confirmations. Dom 6 at the top, and that dropping right behind KR Esports as the rest of them are all pulling right up and in, and Dom 6 does finish off Blinky, trying to get those shots now down on Malaz. And now Mambay is over here getting pushed up on by the rest of them from Exceed. There is one knocked at the top. It is Pico that's been knocked in Mambay. Repositioning, trying to get into a better spot. Malaz still trying to get Wish picked back up. And look at this. Mambay using those nades, bouncing it off, trying to get Exceed up on there. Up on that balcony. So let's go down and check out what Malaz is doing. Malaz over here trying to get those shots onto Dom 6. Ooh! Malaz finding Dom 6 at the top of that. Smiley, I am a much bigger fan. I am a much bigger fan, Smiley. All right, we got Mambay in here, completely surrounded by Exceed. Exceed are coming up and in. Everybody back up on their feet and trying to get this push. We still have Dom 6 up on top of the overlook, and we got Pico right here trying to get those shots in onto Mambay. Mambay not making it easy, not standing still, not giving him anything to take those shots at. Let's see where Malaz is trying to come up and back up. Mambay in here trying to get those shots over where he knows that they are. Mambay looks like he's trying to get out that window away from Pico, and we got Selfless right there. Ooh! That flick on that empty, but Malaz gets found, and Mambay is right here to help pick him up. But it is still a 1v3 because Empty is still knocked. But here they come, still pushing right up and around. Mambay ready for it. Mambay in FPP, trying to hold off that S12 shot. Still trying to take the 1v3. Gonna have to leave Malaz sitting there, and Malaz does get taken down and out. And now Exceed are down to just a duo. Dom 6 trying to come in through that door, and right there in front of them, and Dom 6 finishing off Mambay. Exceed will get the reset, and our zone is getting ready to shrink again, guys. We are still going from San Martin to Chumacero all the way around Leones to the west of Impala and minus Generalis. So let's see what is going on over here. We have Team Aces pushing right up onto the Silence. The Silence right over here with him. Where is Yusuf? Yusuf trying to get those shots up onto Exotic from the Silence. They are right up here on top of this hill, trying to get the right in the crater to the west of Picado. So let's see. Here comes all four of them from Team Aces coming right up into this compound. Where are the rest of the Silence? The Silence are all right over here. Where is Emperado? Emperado way far away from his team. Oh, and our zone pop. and we are going from Bigado over to Lapadita. So look at this wide open space. You know these players are gonna end up in the middle of nowhere. All right, Sadra trying to stay out of that spray from the silence right at the top. Look at that Degas right there in Sadra's sight. Oh, he's got the Winchester. Oh, he gets some damage over onto Degas. Look at that with these pop shots with the Winchester. Woo, you guys know I love it when these guys pop off with the Winchester. Yusuf has been knocked, picked back up, but here comes the push from the silence. You can see in the mini map up above that the silence are coming out and around. Apparato just pushing right up and in. Not here just a minute ago, but now he is to give him, oh, right there, right on his back. He had that right in his sight, and they are all just pelting him with nades, and we got another team going out and around. Which team is that? That is Team 18. The T-Goal are coming out and around. Woohoo! Drago with that nade over onto Emperato, telling him to get out of that doorway. That doorway is his. And Exotic now down to about 5 HP. Still trying to, ooh, there goes Yusuf, and Degas does get that confirmation. And he is still coming in with this S12, trying to find Team Aces right in the barn. Let's go over here. Drago back up onto his feet, but Snipes has been taken down and out, and we still have Sadra over here with nades to spare coming out and around. Look at this, right on the backside, but he comes into Degas's S12, so now it's just up to Drago. Drago is the last one still standing. 4 Team Aces. Silencer coming on in, trying to get all these confirmations in the silence, finishing it off, but D18 now paying attention. We did lose one. We lost Emperado, but the rest of them will get picked back up and into the match to continue. And D18 now getting pushed up on by Exceed. Exceed right on the outside of him. D18 on the move, coming right around this farm area just to the north of Leones. And let's check in on Oxen. Oxen right over here trying to get those angles right on down onto Exceed as well. And keeping an eye on the duo from AGGV2. Look at that. YouTube sucks. Yes, it does, Alone. Hello, Alone. I'm doing well. How are you tonight? All right, guys, let's see what else is going on. Ooh, we have Gucci right over here. Sentinels Jelly taking those shots right over onto the Gucci All-Stars. The Gucci All-Stars right across on the other side of the hilltops. Let's see what Goat is doing as he is coming down and around. And the Gucci All-Stars are a trio. So they are still coming up and in, and look at this. They're going to end up right on top one of these teams. We do have the BIS Sentinels right here, as well as the AGGV2. AGGV2 right on the edge of zone, and the BIS Sentinels are trying to push their way in. Flash in his vehicle coming up and in right over here by the graveyard and in zone. And our zone has gone to the northeast, so most of these teams do have to come up and in. And now AGGV2 getting found out by the BIS Sentinels, and they are down to just a duo in this barn. Hosu trying to keep an eye on where they are coming right on in. Nosh was right there in front of them, and there goes the smokes trying to keep the sight lines off as Jelly and Krish come out and around. Hosu, oh, those nades by Optico. And so now it is just up to Axiel. Axiel does find Krish, is able to knock Krish. And now trying to get those nades straight down the... Oh, let's see. Oh, he's on fire. He's on fire. The floor is lava as he's trying to get on out of that, trying to heal back up. But here comes... Oh, the stun grenades. He turned his back in, but he is still right there trying to hold him off as all 3 of them push up and in with the pump shotgun, and he does find Nosh, but Jelly with that wicked angle able to take him down and out. And the XO Invincibles right over here in a fight with the Fierce. Now it is just up to Ace OP, but Ace OP gets the nade by Static. And so now let's see Team Shadow trying to push on in to the east of Picado, and we still have Teagle down here in a fight right on the edge of the blue with the G Thesis, and now it is just up to Pops. Pops is the last one, still standing for Teagle, and now he's gonna try to pick up the remaining player of Teagle, and look at this, G Thesis is gonna have to go on out. Look at Anzo, he's just gonna have to leave Soban. And so now G Thesis down to just a solo going into this final, into the final zones. We are still in zone 4, guys. Zone 4, and we are down to 10 teams. Oxen 17, our last match. Top Fragger has been knocked in there, sandwiched right here between Exceed and BIS Sentinels, and he may be able to get him picked back up, but the BIS Sentinels are us. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Exceed Dom 6 is taken down and out. So now Gucci and the Silence. Oh, there goes Gucci by the Silence, and now the Sentinels. They just finished off Dom 6. And we are still pushing in, and our zone popped again, and now we are going down to the southeast of this zone. We still have 6 teams in this, guys. We have the Silence at the north side, the BIS Sentinels. We have Exceed versus Oxen, and the Fierce and D18 right over here. Let's see what's going on with the rest of the teams. We can tell that these two are pretty separated. Are these two teams over here fighting? We have the Fierce right here on top of the Oxen, as well as D18. D18 getting ready to throw those nades right up and over onto the Fierce, but I'm not sure the Fierce are right over there. I'm not sure who's over in there. Alright, so guys, let's check out what's going on as the Fierce are still trying to come up and in onto D18. We do have this fight outside a zone. The play zone is several meters away from where these two teams are fighting. Let's go back over to the duo, and it does look like Roddy Zinn is trying to get on down, but the Big Hill trying to get those shots right over onto Soka. And, oh, he does get found. And let's go. Let's see what the Big Yale can do now as a solo, because Roddy Zinn did get found by one of them from the Fierce. I think it said Static if I read it fast enough. So let's go. Let's see. But let's check in on Ferdinand. Ferdinand is right here trying to figure out what's going on as Static is coming right up on him, and here comes the rest of the Fierce, and Ferdinand down to about 20 HP, still trying to gatekeep the Fierce from coming on in, doesn't even heal yet, still trying to get those shots onto the Fierce as they are coming out of the blue. They know that these teams, ooh, there goes one to, oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to get up into zone. He was down to 1 HP, and zone is still coming right up on him, and there goes Soka. So now Zeeks is on the backside of that hilltop, still trying to come up and in, fighting the blue. We do have Static over in the zone, not into the play zone though. He is just out of the blue zone. And Exotic, look at this. The Silence are the only team in zone, and they are trying to gatekeep all these teams from coming on in. And I just saw one from Exceed get knocked over here. And the Fierce are now still in that fight with D18. So Selfless trying to come out from behind that rock, and Nosh was able to find him when he tried to come on out. We still have the Silence in zone, and now the BIS Sentinels are still trying to get in and across, but Exceed is up at the top of the hill, gatekeeping them from coming on in, and look how far Exceed has to come in. They have to go all the way down to where the Silence are. None of these teams are very close to the zone, and they still have to push right in on top of the Silence. And Empty trying to spray down. Oh, the silence in Optico. Optico is able to find him, so let's go over and see what's going on with the Oxen. There we go. I knew I could click on the right one. Our last match, top fragger out in the blue, trying still to come into zone. Look at that. He still has a long way to run, and its zone hurts, guys. Look at how fast his health is going down. Exceed empty, goes out to zone. Oxen 17 is not going to make it. He does not make it. Our last match, top fragger gets taken down by the zone. Ferdinand is able to find one of them from Exceed, and we are down to the top 4 teams. We still have Static from the Fierce. We still have Oxen, Let Them. We have BIS Sentinels, and we still have the duo from the Silence and Static out in the blue, still trying to get those shots down onto Oxen, and now we are down to just a trio. So let's see where everyone is. Everyone trying to get their teammates picked back up. Guys, it is a 3v2v2 in the middle of nowhere. They have nothing around them except their smokes, the trees, and a little bit of hills here and there. Jolly trying to get on in, trying to get those sights right over onto Exotic. Look at that shot over onto Exotic, and we still have Oxen trying to come on in, and I think one of them from Noxen. Yes, Oxen has been knocked. 17 is back up onto his feet right on the edge of zone now, trying to get those angles down onto Exceed and BIS Sentinels. I don't know why I said Exceed. I meant the Silence. Silence now trying to come up onto. Oh, and I think they're going to find the last of this BIS Sentinels. There goes Jelly, and there they go. So now it is Oxen versus the Silence, and Degas finding one of them right across here. And now it is Ferdinand versus the duo from the Silence, and that is it. There is your Miramar match, and Oxen once again coming in first with 10 eliminations. GG Oxen, let them. The Silence coming in second with 11 eliminations, and the BIS Sentinels coming in third with 5 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6. 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. Going all out. The Silence, Degas, 6 eliminations, 1,046 damage, and he was putting in some work for us. We will be jumping with him when we come right back for match 3 in live scores. Be right back.
Trace of the night on the way back down from the sky where you left my soul. Can you help me fly? I can't resist, 'cause you have got a hold on me and all these thoughts.
Welcome back, everyone, to PMCS. Hop into spring finals. Here are the scores you've been waiting for. Oxen Latham coming in first with 2 winner chicken dinners, 46 total points. The Silence coming in second with 31 total points, and Dynastia coming in third with 23 total points. There are your scores, guys. And this time we are going to be jumping with the Silence. Degas 6 eliminations, 1,046 damage. So let's find Degas as we head into San Hawk. All right. The Silence. Where are you, Silent Degas? Here is your last match. Top fragger dressed in his finest just for you. I've been all over the place. Yeah, I get it, Toast. No worries. Toast is coming with UC. Don't you worry about it, boys. She's still coming in. All right, so let's go. Let's check out what our third match of tonight flight path is. And we are going from Bantai all the way up across Painan into Hatin. Look at that, dumping off into the water just to the north of Hatin. Alright, and we are still jumping with the Silence. And look at all the jumpers right off the start of this plane path. And Degas is on his way down to boot camp, but he is not alone. Look at all the teams still around him. The zombie boys are starting to fade away. It looks like it's going to be the Silence versus team Team Shadow. I thought the Invincibles were headed that way as well, but it doesn't look like it. It's going to be the Silence versus Team Shadow. Degas already on the ground trying to get in to get some of those weapons. Has an SKS off the rip, and he is still pushing right up and over. And, oh, AZ from Team Shadow already taken down. And now Team Aces and the Fierce in a fight over in Ruins, because these two teams always clash over here in the Ruins. Both teams constantly drop here. So let's check in on Drago. Drago at the top trying to get those sights down onto Static. Static coming out and around. And now they're trying to pick up snipes. Let's go. Let's see what else is going on. The zombie boys all the way. Oh, there are your codes, guys. And Sadra has been knocked. So no, that's not what I meant to do. Where is Team Aces? The Fierce are still coming up and in. Zeke's been picked back up. Let's go into, and it looks like just Sadra needs to get picked up. And the Fierce are still right on the outside coming up and in. Sadra is picked back up onto his feet as the Silence are all pushing right on the outside. Here comes some nades right on in to Team Aces. Boom! And that nade does not knock anyone, and it didn't look like it had any damage on any of them. And the Silence Exotic does get that one knock, that initial knock onto Team Shadow that we saw at the very start. But right now boot camp is pretty quiet, so let's go down to Painan, find out what's going on with Terror, Toxico, and the Gucci All-Stars on the other side of Painan. But look at this, they are already starting to get pushed up on by one of them from Terror Toxico. It's not Modelo, it's not Sentu, it's not the Ibad. Let's go. It is Zephyr. Zephyr over here getting that information. Everything else is pretty separated. AGGV2 right up here by Hatin. Ooh, Silence just lost one. And so now Exotic has been taken down and out. And the Zombie Boys and G Thesis are now right over here in a fight. And it looks like the Zombie Boys are down to just a duo at the top of this. G Thesis straight across. And we still have the fight over in Ruins with the Fierce and Team Aces, and we lost Snipes. Snipes has been taken down. Yusuf did just get a little bit of damage, and Soka was able to get that. Whitebeard running around with that DBS, trying to stay out of Sadra's face. Sadra with that Tommy gun. My meaning, redeem codes. I'm not sure what that means. Alright, so let's see what else is going on with Team Aces. As Team Aces are still over here. Drago across the street. Sadra has already left, and look at this. They left the Ruins, but they are barely looted up, but they'll find a new place to go loot away from all that. It looked like one of them from the Silence just got knocked. Oh, it was Emperado, and there goes Emperado. No, they're still trying to fight. We got Degas on the outside, and Degas was able to save his team. So now, the Silence taking over boot camp. Team Shadow coming into the next match, guys. All right, we have KR Esports all along the south edge by Docks and Cave. And let's see what is going on. We have the BIS Sentinels up on top of Camp Alpha. Hello, Sheer. Hello. All right, so Richard did you get it? Nope, Richard did not get the codes. I'm not sure who got the codes. All right, so Zorik still up here trying to get those shots down onto. Look at that. We do have Sita right over here, right on top of all of them from G Thesis. Oh, that nade hurt. He's down to about 5 HP as Zorik is over there trying to keep him off of pushing up on Sita. And Sita is still coming down and around, still trying to get the angles over onto G Thesis. G Thesis right across the way from him. Let's check in on Soban. Soban still pushing right up and in. Knows where Zorik is and knows where Sita is. And this nade could end up right on top of Sita. So let's see what this nade's gonna do. No, the nade goes off in front of it. Or someone will redeem for you. Oh, that nade by Soben does find Sita this time. So now Azoric is still right over here. All of G-Thesis is pushing up and around. You can see that up in the mini map above. They are completely surrounding the outside of them. And now coming right in and across. Soben with that flick. He was able to stop that spray onto him. He is down to about 5 HP. That Molly came right on in. And he gets found by the Molly. The Molly took him out. All right, guys, let's go back over to Painan and find out what the Terror Toxico are doing against the Gucci All-Stars. All right, we have the GOAT in here, and he is trying to keep an eye right down onto Zephyr because Zephyr is still right there trying to get all that information for the rest of his team. And you can see the rest of his team. I think there's another one way down at the end on the edge. Let's go see if he is on the edge. No, they are just still. It is a hold off. They are keeping an eye on each other, but not really doing anything. We still have Oxen coming on in. The Death Angels coming in out of the blue. We still have the Sentinels AGGV2. Oh, they are getting crushed in. And look at this. We still have Team Aces all the way around. The Sentinels finding AGGV2. Let's go check in on AGGV2. They are trapped right on this end of the peninsula trying to get Hozu picked back up. And Luis is already swimming across. Tempo is trying to get the res. And Exil trying to get across. We still have Jelly way out in the blue, eating the blue. And look at that. Gucci was able to find Zephyr. And KR Esports now in a fight with Teagle. And I think there goes Teagle from KR Esports. KR Esports winning that fight right down over here by Camp Charlie. We missed the fight, but we are about to see Jelly come pushing right up and in. I want to check your profile ID. Alright, so here comes Jelly with some nades right in onto AGGV2, but I think they are all on the outside except for this one right behind the door with the DBS, and there goes Jelly, and Krish has been knocked, so now it is just up to Optico and Nosh as they are pushing up onto AGGV2, and they are down just one player, still eating all those nades, and Luis is left, and he is swimming away. Hosu is right here, though, trying to push up over towards Tempo. Tempo trying to crawl back, but Tempo's not going to survive to the blue zone. Alright, so there goes one for Sentinels. Hosu's still trying to get those shots right around onto... Oh, look at this. They're coming around that edge. Right there is Optico, and Optico is able to find him. But the rest of AGGV2 are swimming across the channel, getting ready to land in Ruins Island. Alright, so it does look like G-Thesis is getting ready. Oh, Sadra knocked Sadra. So G-Thesis is getting ready. Oh, and Whitebeard found Sadra. Alright. XO Invincibles pulling up onto G-Thesis. Look at that. They know that they're right up there because they are all pointing them out, marking them. They are hunting G-Thesis right at the top of this hilltop. And we do have one from the XO Invincibles coming up really close to him. Look at this. He's coming right up and in. He sees the one jumping right in front of him. It is Soban. Soban. Ooh. Ace OP finding Soban. But now they still have to push up this hill with G-Thesis at the top of the hill. G-Thesis now trying to gatekeep. Look at the line of XO Invincibles right in front of G-Thesis coming up the side of this hill. And there goes Beast. And they are still trying to get those shots right over onto him. And now 33 is down to about 20 HP. But the rest of G-Thesis are trying to find the angles, trying to figure out where XO Invincibles are coming up. There is Nexus OP. Nexus right on the other edge, right over here. And look at that nub. eating that nade down to 1 HP. Here comes the nade by Nexus right over onto where we just were with Enzo. Enzo right at the top. Let's see. Enzo down to about half health. And KR Esports now in a fight with oh no, Axo Elites are down to just one solo player, and there goes Axo Elite. So G-Thies is finishing that fight off, and let's see, I did not see, I think it might have been one from the Death Angels. And Saeed maybe was the one that they found, and I think Blinky is trying to get those angles, still trying to figure out where he is right across the way. So let's see what is going on over in. We already know that Painan does have the two teams, and all these teams are trying to come in to the top of the zone. We are going to the Ruins Island, and we are down around Samhee, just to the edge of Camp Charlie. And Axo, Oxen is over here in a fight with the Fierce, and the Fierce are right in here, trapped between all these teams. They have the Silence to the east, they have D18 coming in from the northeast, and they have the clash of the BIS Sentinels AGG V2 right over here on the west side of them. The Sentinels are coming up on the duo for AGG V2, and they are still right on top of them, coming right on in on top of Oxen. Oxen, the last two matches they have won, and they are still right on over here. What is going on with the Fierce? The Fierce are now down to a duo. They are right over here next to the Sentinels, and the Sentinels are in a fight with D18 and Team Aces at the top of the other hill. Let's go over to Team Aces, just down to a duo, completely surrounded by D18 right on the outside of them. So look at this. We have Azov coming right up and in. He just saw Drago right on through that window, but D18 are now down to just a duo because 77K has been knocked. And here comes the nade by Azov right up and over towards them, but they have already left that building, and our zone has popped again, and we are going between Painan and Camp Charlie. People going out to the zone. G-Thies is trying to come across. They still have to figure out how they're going to come across this, and KR Esports taking over the two eastern edge bridges. Goat getting that shot over onto Modelo. So now let's go over to Sandu and see what Sandu is doing. We are still over here in Painan. Sandu trying to get over to Modelo, but he is getting pushed up on by the Gucci All-Stars. I think it is the Goat billying his way right on through. I don't think that's where he wanted to put that nade, but now here he comes with the Tommy gun right up and in on two, right here with the DBSs. Oh, and there goes the Goat. And here T-Food trying to get those shots, does find Sandu, and Modelo is still right there behind him. Modelo gonna go ahead and close that door and close it on out, and trying to get Sandu back up onto his feet. Where is Ebo? God, let's see. Ebo's God. Let's go. All right, so let's see what is happening with Emperado as Emperado pulls the Silence right up and in onto Oxen. Oxen, oh, and he comes right on in onto that DBS, and now Digas and Unknown still on the outside. Digas down to about 5 HP, eating most of that nade, and Unknown, both of them out here trying to heal back up, but still right here with Oxen, and Oxen Jeer finding Unknown. Digas throwing as much smoke as he can to try to get Unknown picked back up, but they are now getting pushed up on by Teagle. Teagle coming right on through the middle and right down below. Oh, Exceed. Exceed taking out that car from the top of that guard shack. And Exceed still trying to get all these players that are coming in to zone, trying to gatekeep him. And now BIS Sentinels are coming up and in on top of Exceed. Exceed is right there in that guard tower, right there. The fire tower, whatever you guys want to call it. And there's Dom 6. And Krish takes those shots right over onto Dom 6. But Dom 6 is not knocked. And he does have Pico right up there with him. So let's see, what is he doing right over here as Dom 6 just heals right back up. And the rest of his teammates are over there in the other fight in the compound right down below. So let's go over to Selfless and see what Selfless is doing over here with the Fierce. And now that cheeky peek by Soka. Was that Soka? Yes, it was. And so now let's check in on Empty. Empty coming right on in with that nade over onto Zeke. And Zeke is now down to about 1 HP. And he's trying to, it jumps out the back. Look at that. Zeke's may be able to get healed back up. Where's Zeke's? And there goes the Fierce. We'll be able to pick Selfless back up, guys. And our zone has popped again. And we are just going to nowhere land. We still have 6 teams in it. We have Team Aces in zone. We have 1 solo player for Oxen. Let them. And now Exceed is pushing right up into the compound where he is. And here comes the nade by Jeer right up and over. Going off right next to where Exceed just pulled in. KR Esports coming up and around, but look at this. We have G Thesis Classy right over here. Might be able to see Malaz driving right in front of him. Malaz is stopping right in front of Classy. So let's go over to Malaz and see what's going over here, because Team Aces is right down in that compound as well. And G Thesis may be able to survive this for another minute, but that zone is hurting. Look at how fast the zone is chunking him. He can only keep hitting that first aid to survive. And Malaz is able to get into the car wash and able to get over here to get part of the zone. And now here comes Exceed. Dom 6 driving right into Malaz's spray as Malaz tries to spray him right on out of that vehicle, but they're coming right up onto Team Aces, because Team Aces is right on the other side of Dom 6. So you can see Dom 6 from Exceed right there. KR Esports, all 4 of them still right there. And here comes the rest of them from Exceed, still pushing up into zone right on the outside. Yusuf throwing some mollies right over onto Biko. Let's go over here and see what's going. He knows that there's somebody right behind him now. Drago gets found, and Biko gets found by Yusuf. Yusuf popping right up and over on top of all that smoke, is able to get him, and we still have 3 teams in this, down to 2 teams. And now KR Esports for the win with 13 eliminations. Team Ace is coming in second with 4 eliminations, and Exceed coming in third with 7 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 and 17, going all out. KR Esports Blinky, 5 eliminations, 428 damage. We'll be jumping with KR Esports when we come right back with the live scores going into match 4. Be right back, guys. Please hit that like. Welcome back, everyone, to PMCS Hop into Spring Finals, and here are the scores. Axum is still in first place with 53 total points. 2 winner chicken dinners. The Silence creeping up to second with 38 total points. And KR Esports coming in third with a winner chicken dinner, 32 total points. This time we are going to be jumping with KR Esports Blinky. 5 eliminations, 428 damage. Let's go find the last match top fragger, Blinky. We're still not all the way loaded in. Come on. There we go. There is your top fragger. We have a couple extra seconds, so I'll put the scores back up for just a few. Thanks for the good luck. You got it, Flash. You got this. Go for it. Do it, Flash. Let's go, Gucci All-Stars. All right, guys. Let's see where our second Miramar flight path of tonight is going. Let's hope it's a little better than the last one they had to deal with. And they are going from all the way in the northwest of La Cabarilla, all the way down through Hacienda del Patron. We got Impala in there and the islands. Look at that, almost dumping off onto the islands themselves. All right, let's see where everybody goes, and we are still jumping with KR Esports. Look at that, I didn't click the wrong thing this time. Guys, please hit that like if you would for us. All right, let's see what is going on. We have T-Goal Squad right here by Team Shadow. We have a bunch of teams right in here. We have Team Shadow, the Zombie Boys Exceed. And then we also have G-Thesis and D18 headed up and over. They are all going to this northern side of Miramar. Look at that northwest edge right there. Alright, so let's see what else is going on. It does look like we have some teams coming down towards Picado. We have the Silence not too far away from Exo Invincibles and Axon. LATAM. And our first zone popped, and we are going from Water Treatment, Monte Nuevo, Chumacera, Southern Farms of Los Leon, just to the north of Puerto Paricio, not near the islands, going around Impala, El Azahar, and up to Cruz de Val. And I think we might have something going on right over here. D18 just finding, oh, there goes 33 right on over here. So now we are still trying to get some loot out in the middle of nowhere. And it was Roddy Zinn coming right in and across the street trying to get over to his teammate. Team Aces are also in a fight. Where did Team Aces go? I just saw them a second ago. There they are. They're right over here with the Death Angels. And Sierra's been knocked, and taken down and out. Let's see what's going on over here. Drago's been knocked for Team Aces. Let's check in on Sadra. Yusuf has been knocked as well. So now they're trying to look at Gucci Flash in a fight with the Silence. Let's go over here and see what's going on. The Silence are down to just a duo now. We have 3 teams over here in Picado as well. We've got Exo Invincibles, Gucci All-Stars, and the Silence. Let's put Gucci Flash. I told you, Flash, you could do it. Up to 2 eliminations already. GG, Flash. Alright, let's go back up over here really quick to Cruz de Val. Find out what's going on with Team Aces as Sadra's still trying to push his way across. Oh, and Sadra does get knocked. We did get Drago picked back up, though, so Drago may be able to get Sadra and Yusuf picked up. Snipes is right across the way, and the Death Angels, look at this. Sahid coming right on down and across right into Snipes Uzi spray. And now Sahid trying to get, and Sahid gets found by Drago. Sadra and Yusuf are still bleeding out. Roshi right over here down to about 5 HP trying to heal back up. And it is just Roshi and Mr. Roshi to me. And Tigerson right at the top of this Overwatch, trying to get those shots right on down. And Drago does finish off Sahid. So now look at this, trying to get over there, trying to get those shots onto Sadra. But Snipes is over here on the other side, trying to hold him off. And Degas just found one from the Gucci All-Stars over in Picado. Let's go back over to Picado. We still have 3 teams. Degas is down to about half health. Let's go over and find out what's going on with the Gucci All-Stars. Flash still trying to get those shots over onto... Oh, he does find Nub for XO Invincibles. Flash, I knew you could do it. You got this. So now let's go over to the Beast. The Beast is still coming up and over. Still trying to get those nades over onto the Gucci All-Stars. The Beast coming right on in. We did lose Nub. Beast did find an elimination. And the Silents are no longer in Picado. Let's go back up over here, see what's going on with Tigerson for the Death Angels. The Death Angels down to just a duo. And let's check in on Team Aces. We lost Yusuf and Sadra with the Winnie. Whoopee! Hello, how are you tonight? Alright, so things have slowed down just a little bit. Let's check the rest of the map. Everybody else is pretty separated. We do have Exceed by the Zombie Boys. Crazy is pretty separated from his team if the Exceed does come to the south. Gucci Flash again. Let's go on down to Picado and check in on Gucci Flash. See what's going on with Gucci Flash. And the XO Invincibles are now just down to Mr. Beast. And they are Gucci Flash up to 5 kills. W Gucci Flash. Come on, guys. He was just in my YouTube chat. Give him a W for 5 eliminations in Picado. Come on, boys. Let me see. W for Gucci Flash and XO Beast right at the top of this building, trying to get those eyes down on Faraka right across, and Tifu not too far away, and they are still pushing up on Beast. Beast trying to stay quiet. So let's see what is the oh, he might be able to see. Oh, I thought he was going to get Tifu right over there on that balcony, but he is trying to be quiet. He does not want to let Gucci know that he is right at the top, and G-Thesis in that fight with Exceed now. So we do have to get off of that for just a second, go up towards Exceed and find out what is going on. Empty, we lost Empty for Exceed, but they are pretty far away from G-Thesis. G-Thesis all the way up here in the Oasis. You don't get to see that very much, but they are just down to a duo. They lost Classy and 33K at the very beginning. Alright, so Gucci. Oh, Beast did find Gucci, one of them, and now Beast gets found by Faraka, and they're going to be able to pick up GOAT. Gucci Flash, 5 eliminations. There it is, guys. Now let's go over to the Death Angels, and we still have Team Aces, but look at this. D18 is starting to come on in. Tigerson still trying to get those shots down. So we still have Mr. Rochi and, oh, the nade right over onto Snipe. And look at this. He's got a Tommy gun and a Winchester, and he's coming out and across the road. But Sadra and Draco are at the other end of the road. Are they going to find him? Yes, they do see him. I think that was Draco taking those shots. And over on the other side, and Tigerson and Mr. Rochi are both coming in and across. And look at that, Big Yale from the top. Big Yale trying to get those shots from D18, trying to get some of the third-party eliminations. And Sadra gets found by the Big Yale. Snipe is knocked, so now it's just up to Drago. Drago is right over here with the 2, 4, 9. I almost called it the wrong gun, guys. Alright, so now Drago's gonna try to get across that street, but now look at that Azov from OD18 finishing off Team Aces, and our zone has popped again. We're going from San Martin, Jumeirah, Leones to the west of Impala and just to the southwest of the truck stop. All right, so Tigerson still over here, still have this duo as D18 are driving away. Dynastia 18 right at the top, but Big Yale still at the top of this hill trying to get those shots, and Mr. Rochi has been taken down. So now Mr. Rochi bleeding out in the blue, and now it's only Tigerson. Tigerson is the last one still standing for the Death Angels. And look at this, we have Zin coming around on the other side. So Tigerson is now pinched between Big Yale up on this mountain across the way and Roddy Zin on this side. So let's see if he pops his head out and around that edge. I think he's going to be found, but they are going to go ahead and prioritize zone, or is he not? No, he's just trying to get his vehicle out of the way, because look at that smoking mobile. And now Tigerson taking those shots, trying to blow up this vehicle. Does he get those shots onto the vehicle as they drive away? And Tigerson is going to be able to survive for a few more minutes, but we still have Big Yale up on top of the other side, and he has not given up, so he may see Tigerson right on down. He's got his vehicle, going to go ahead and head to zone. Alright, let's see what is going on with the Zombie Boys and the BIS Sentinels. The Sentinels are not too far away. It does look like Krish may end up right on top of them. Oh, they might have gone around to the other side, so they might not get found. KR Esports coming on into the east side of Leones, where AGGV2 and Terror Toxico are both right there. Tigerson is still over here by D18. D18 has not left. Look at this. They are pushing right up onto him, and they know that he's there, and they finish him off. And there goes two squads. Death Angels and Team Aces both taken out up in Cruz de Valle. Alright, so let's go. Let's see what's going on with Nosh. Nosh is coming right up over here onto the Zombie Boys. The Zombies Boys are right in front of them. We got a Zork right over here. Let's see what he is doing. He is just fueling up. So let's see what else is happening next. Alright, the drop coming on down right in this northwest quadrant. So let's see what's going on with Exceed. Exceed may be seen by Wish right over here. Wish taking those shots on the Exceed, as Exceed is trying to push on down closer to Leones, and Wish trying to spam that mini right over on top of them. We also have the Fierce coming up and around on the other side of KR Esports and coming into a compound, as their zone will be popping fairly soon. They are trying to get their places right in here. And we still have G-Thesis coming all the way down from the Oasis, and T-Goal was way up here by the ruins, and they are coming all the way down and around through Jumeirah and may end up right on top of Team Shadow. And look at that. Well, we got Wish just over there taking the shots at every team that are coming up and into zone. He's taking shots over onto Exceed, and now taking the shots over here onto the Fierce. Right through the walls and everything. Look at that. Gotta love the spectator glitch. That was actually through the door, the closed door. Alright, our zone's getting ready to pop, guys. Here we go. Let's see where everybody's gonna have to shift this time. And here it goes eventually, and we are going to the northeast, so we are going up by Graveyard, La Bandita, and minus Generalis. A lot of these teams around the edge already, but still, some of these teams have a long way to go to get into zone. Let's check in on the Gucci All-Stars. Let's give Flash some more screen time love. And they are still in Picado. They are in no big hurry. The zombie boys are straight across from them up on that hill. And Oxen are coming up and into zone. Look at this, driving right along the path just to the north. The Leones coming into the compound right on the edge of zone. Not too far from Exceed and KR Esports at the top right over on the other side. You can see KR Esports right over here now. KR Esports is out and about, and Jeer getting that K9 shot over onto Selfless. Look at that K9 shot. But now here comes Team Shadow. Team Shadow are driving right up and in right over by Oxen. And now they are coming down into the crater. Look at this, just to the north of Picado. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening, guys. It does look like KR Esports are getting some visitors from Terror Doxico right at the top. Mambe gets him down to 1 HP. What a shot. And Exceed are now in that fight right over here. Let's go over here because here comes Team Shadow right on top of Exceed. We got Dom 6 coming right out and in, and Exceed are down to just a duo now. Let's check in on Pico right over on the other side of the barn, but we do have Team Shadow. Oh, and he is getting sprayed down by AGGV2. Right at the top. Axial right here spraying right on down on top of him. He does have Terror Toxico right up on top of that hill, right behind him, taking the shots down onto him as well. So we still have the zombie boys on the other side of Exceed. So Exceed, the duo, are now surrounded by several teams right here on this zone. So let's see. We still have T-Goal Squad coming right on in. And we did just get one of them knocked from Terror Toxico. And KR Esports are pushing up onto Terror Toxico at the top of this hill. And Ibaz. Oh, Milaz coming right up and over the edge. Sandu trying to get those shots right over onto him, but look at that. Blinky coming right up and over on top of that. KR Esports taking over the top of the hill of the North Leones. All right, guys, let's see what else is going on. We have the Sentinels right over here in a fight with D18. D18 Dynasty are coming right up and in on top of them in the graveyard. Let's check in on Krish. Krish might have a better view of what's going on right at the top, as they are, all three of them are pushing right up onto him. Krish has that pump shotgun right out, but he's right on the edge of this hill. Oh, and Optical gets found too. So now here comes Jelly from the top. Jelly driving right up and in, taking those shots, is able to get him taken down. And there's two of them from Jelly. Jelly and Nosh are the only two still standing. And here comes Zin coming right up and in, and Jelly getting that elimination as well. And Jelly and Nosh will be able to get Krish and Optical picked back up, but here comes the blue. You guys already know how bad this blue damages. Alright, so KR Esports now getting pulled up on by Oxum. Oxum are coming up and around, and Mambe is getting shot by D18 from across the way. 17 coming right up and in on him. And here comes Wish and Blinky. Blinky already taking those shots as Wish drives up and around. Look at that, right across the way are D18. Oh, and Blinky gets found by Axon Jeer. Axon from the other side of D18. So let's go over to Axon, see what's going on with Axon, as they are still pushing right up and in. I think D17 was coming right up and over the top. And it is Jeer. Jeer is right over here. Jeer gets found. And who found Jeer? It is just all out chaos. I can't keep up with the feed as it's scrolling so fast as all these teams are trying to push up and in. And Jeer, oh, there goes Blinky. 17 got Milaz. So let's see, are there any more KR Esports? I think that was it for KR Esports, but here comes AGGV2 from the top trying to get in on some of this third party. And Luis, oh, Luis is the last one still standing, and he is only down to about 20 HP. As we also have T-Goal Squad coming on in. They came all the way down along that western edge, curling around Chumacera and Leones, coming up behind all these teams from the south, and now getting into this fight between AGGV2 and Oxen. Look at this, they're still pushing right up and in. Let's check on the fight over here. Oxen is still in this, but look at all the vehicles driving out and around. There goes T-Goal Squad. AGGV2 just got found by Jeer, and we still have the Gucci All-Stars over here. Flash trying to get some of those shots. Furka has been knocked, and they are still trying to get him down onto Oxen right there in front of Gucci. Gucci finds another one, but Gucci gets found by Exceed. Dom 6 from the back. Dom 6 way over here, still in this farm compound. Woo! Let's check in on the zombie boys right over here. The zombie boys and BIS Sentinels right on the edge trying to fight their way in. The zombie boys trying to gatekeep the Sentinels from coming up and in. BIS Sentinels right there with all the ridges and that Molly going right over towards Krish. Let's see what Krish is doing over here. Krish is doing just fine, watching the world burn in front of him. And Team Shadow AZ all the way down in that compound by himself, trying to take those shots up the hill at the zombie boys. And we still have the Gucci All-Stars right over here, still in this fight. We did lose Furka, but Flash is up to 6 eliminations. The Gucci All-Stars up to 11 and still pushing into zone. Let's check in on the zombie boys. The zombie boys just making their way into zone right under the BIS Sentinels. Let's check in on the BIS Sentinels as they are trying to get into zone. We have Optical on the back and Nash's buggy. You know that is so dangerous. And look at that, G-Thesis is coming right up and in. We got Soban in the middle of the crash site. Look at this. They are right in zone. And look at Nash. Nash is still trying to push his way right on in to these zombie boys. The zombie boys right at the top. And Exceed is right there behind him. The zombie boys are getting shot by Exceed. And now Krish finds Exceed. Dom 6 is the last one still standing for Exceed, and he is trying to push his way into zone, just barely making it to the edge of zone. Has all of BIS Sentinels in front of him, finishing off Rivas. So let's go. Let's see what is going on with Gucci, because Gucci now has all these teams right over here, as the zombie boys and the T-Goal Squad over here. Let's see what the T-Go Squad are doing. They're throwing those nades, throwing the smokes, trying to keep them from pushing up and into the longhouse, and still getting shot from the back. The Gucci All-Stars pushing up and around on the other side. Let's check in on the GOAT, see what the GOAT is doing. GOAT looks like he's just going to cover. And Tfue right over here picking Flash back up, but look at that, right in that wide open door in front of the BIS Sentinels. Optico's been knocked, and here comes 2 of them to pick him back up, but our zone has shrunk again, and we are going all the way over to the east. We do have The Fierce right over here in zone trying to get those shots across at the fight between the Gucci All-Stars and Teagle. Teagle down to just Psycho now. The last one still standing as the Gucci All-Stars. Oh, there goes Flash right in front of our face. And now he's going to try to pick up his teammate. But we have the Sentinels and there goes the GOAT doing GOAT things, boys. All right, so we still have the Gucci All-Stars in it. But look at this. Here comes the Zombie Boys. The Zombie Boys coming in through the blue. And GOAT getting shot at. And GOAT going out to the blue zone. Now we are down to the top 5 teams. We have the Zombie Boys, Team Shadow, the Fierce, G-Thesis, and the Sentinels. Oh, and there goes the Zombie Boys down to 4. You cannot mess with this blue. The blue is cranked. All right, let's check in on what is going on with G-Thesis. G-Thesis right down in the crash site right here. As Soban is trying to come up and around, but he does have Team Shadow right there in front of him. And Team Shadow trying to get those shots right over here, trying to come out and around. And they both get knocked, but Soban is still in zone, and there goes his partner. So now we are down to the last 2 teams. We have the BIS Sentinels versus the Fierce. The Fierce does have Whitebeard knocked, and let's check in on the Sentinels. The Sentinels, Krish back up onto his feet, so it is a 4v3 right here in Miramar crash site. All right, so Jelly is the top fragger at the moment. He has 3 eliminations, looking up the hill onto the Fierce. The Fierce at the top, still. Look at that. The Fierce are in zone, and the Sentinels, the BIS Sentinels, do have to come up that hill. And they are trying to figure out the best way to push up and in. And we have Static Gate keeping them right over here at the top. Ooh, he finds Jelly, takes Jelly down to 1 HP. So Jelly will be, oh, and Jelly gets knocked to the play zone because now here comes the play zone. We do have Nosh pushing up right in front of Static, and we still have Krish trying to come across right out in the open. So there is just Nosh. Sorry, guys, my allergies are killing. All right, so Nosh now is the last one still standing against all of them from the Fierce, and the Fierce are still in zone. Nosh still trying to, oh, that nade came right on down next to Nosh. Nosh is already healing before the nade even landed, but Nosh is still standing, but he has Static on one side, and the rest of the Fierce, he has Ahsoka, Whitebeard, and Zeke's right at the top, and they are all trying to come on down. Here comes the nades, here comes the mollies. Nosh has a nade primed and ready right on Zeke. Oh, but he does not hit Zeke with that nade, and the nades are still coming on Nosh, and Nosh is down to about 80%, and he gets found right when he knocked Zeke's. The Fierce coming in first with 4 eliminations. The BIS Sentinel coming in second with 7 eliminations. G-Thesis Esports coming in third with 2 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 and 17. Going all out. Gucci Flash. There it is, Flash. 7 eliminations, 1,191 damage. And we will be jumping with Gucci Flash for the second time tonight. It is an honor for me. We will be right back with live scores. Maybe more UC. I'm not sure what Toast is doing. And our final match of PMCS Hop into Spring Finals. Please hit that like. Be right back.
time to end the ride. Fading it too slowly. Were those gonna lift me up this time? You were the only one who got me tripping up inside. All the words you told me, am I reading something different from your eyes? See you for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. I see you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. I see you for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. I see you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. The voice is getting nearer. Heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going. Why we gotta feel amplified? Staying to the morning. Countless hours spending by your side. You look at me, I'm soaring. Seeing all the truth behind your eyes. See you for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. I see you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. I see you for a moment, even hope that I can feel you. I see you, all that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. The voice is getting nearer. Heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going. Why we gotta feel amplified? Staying to the morning. Countless hours spending by your side. You look at me, I'm soaring. Seeing all the truth behind your eyes. Don't tell me that I need saving. Finally awake and living. Yeah, yeah. The pressure inside was building. I felt under attack, and now my mind's attacked, and I've chosen my path. I've chosen my path. Oh, what's this? I finally read this helplessness. Tired of feeling like I'm upside down. So I'm gonna turn it all around and oh, and dear God, save my soul 'cause it is flawed. Tired of feeling like I'm upside down. So I'm gonna turn it all around. You've been talking about patience, hoping for everlasting. You're known for talking crazy. I know it's infatuation. You know how I feel inside. You know what is real and I rock with your vibe, but I don't think that we should tie. I know, for real, I know, real deal. So please set me free. Just let me be. I know, for real, I know, real deal. So please set me free. Just let me be. Just let me be. I got a lot to say. I hope you don't feel no way. I hope you don't.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the final match of PMCS. Hop into spring, and here are the codes. Oxen let them up to 61 total points, and in this match, they almost didn't make it, guys. Two winner chicken dinners. The Silence coming in second with 38 total points, and KR Esports in with 36 total points and a winner chicken dinner. There are your scores, guys. This time we are jumping with Gucci Flash. 7 kills. 1,191 damage. That fragger was fragging for us. So let's go and find Gucci Flash. There he is. Do it again, Flash. Do it again. Yes, there are more UC codes. Let Toast get all situated. It has been a bit of a bumpy start to this final match of tonight. And here is your Erangel flight path. We are going from the bay just to the south of Primorsk, west of Military Base Island, all the way across the map and dumping between Stabler and Kameshki. Woo! Much love to you, Gucci Flash. Alright. Yes. Alright. Good. I'm so glad everybody was able to make it in. Axum in first place with no codes, no ID, no manager in sight. Toast coming in with the W. Woo! What a crazy start to tonight's final match. And look at this. KR Esports is jumping right there with AGGV2 gold. They are both right on top of each other, both gray, and both headed right down to military base. And our first zone has popped all the way to the north of Severny Hospital, Ferry Pier. Oh, and AGGV2 and Blinky already in this fight. Gucci, oh, I fell off a Flash, and they are headed down to Yasnaya, and they do have the Death Angels right there with them. Let's go down here. The Gucci All-Stars on the ground, but they do have room. And Mombay has been taking out wishes down. Blinky taking those shots over onto AGGV2, and Blinky finds another one. And now let's check in on Malaz. Malaz getting ready to throw those nades right up and over onto the duo from AGGV2 right on the outside, trying to get up onto Wish. They do get over onto Wish. And Malaz down to 1 HP, throwing that nade. Look at this. It is just Blinky and Milaz trying to heal up with band-aids, and Blinky at the top trying to come on down, and Milaz and Blinky is, oh, Milaz gets found, and Blinky gets one of them knocked, but cannot finish it off. AGGV2 up to a will get their duo picked back up. And let's go over to Axum. Oh, Axum now down to just 17. 17 was a top fragger. Can he hold off Team Aces? And Team Aces takes over Axum. What a crazy start that was. Team 3 in third place going out first, and then Team 1 going out second. What a way to start the final match, and we are down to 14 teams. And look at this, they are mostly right here in the school Rozhok area, and we still have a fight going on over to the west of Lipovka. D18 down to just a duo, finishing off G Thesis. The Zombie Boys now in a fight. Oh, and there goes XO Invincibles. And now we are down to 12 teams. We still have T-Goal out of the zone down in Novo. We have AGGV2 just on the edge of zone by the West Bridge. Exceed down in Primorsk. Everybody else is in zone. Let's go back over to Yasnaya, see what's happening up here. We do have Optimistic coming right up onto the Gucci All-Stars. The Death Angels taking in all these different angles and positions right around Gucci. And we do have Flash, our last match top fragger, over 1,000 damaged that last match, and he is coming right up and in onto this trap by the Death Angels. The Death Angels have all these angles right over onto him, so Flash is going to have to be careful pushing right on in. We have another fight over here, and now it is just Snipes. Drago's been knocked by Team Shadow. Team Shadow up on top of that hill. Snipe is coming on over, gonna try to get Drago picked back up, but look at this. Here they come. They are pushing up and in. This is Team Shadow, not too far away from the Zombie Boys. The Zombie Boys are straight across, and look at this. One of them from Team Shadow is already right here on top of them. And Snipes, did you hear those footsteps right on the outside? Drago, they are right on every angle. He's trying to get those shots across onto Blood. Blood maybe found. Oh, look at that. He's right up there on top of that house, and I don't think Drago saw him at the top of that house. Let's see, is that quads? Yes, it is quads right on top of the house. And we have Blood on the off angle, and we still have AZ up top, and I think Blood is getting found by the Zombie Boys. Blood trying to get down and out of the way, and look at that crazy angle from AZ. Oh, Blood almost had Drago right there in his sights, and Blood knows that the Zombie Boys are right across the way taking those shots. Look at that, the Zombie Boys still hitting him as he runs across that wide open. And here comes the Zombie Boys. We're gonna have 3 teams in East Ross. We still have Team Aces, the duo. We do have Team Shadow, a trio, and now all the Zombie Boys are coming up and around right over here, and Gucci Ripper just got knocked by Optimistic and Thurston with that DBS over in Yasnaya, and there goes Tifu, and there goes Flash. No! Oh, no. So AC gets found by the Zombie Boys right over here. Let's see what the Zombie Boys are doing. The Zombie Boys making zombies for sure. There goes Blood. Blood is taken down and out as Zork has been knocked. And we did lose Rivas, but Zork's going to be able to get picked back up. Sita coming right on down and in. Drago has been knocked too. And so now Snipe is trying to get over to Drago as the Zombie Boys are right on the outside. Snipe coming up and in, and he does have the Zombie Boys right there. He tries to drop shot, but Crazy finishes that off. And we still have Team Aces right over here at the top. So we still have a duo from Team Aces. We still have 2 teams over here in East Roz. And let's go over and check on Gucci Gang. See what's going on. We lost all but Goat. And Goat is now running across the wide open field straight at BIS Sentinels Nosh. Right there in the gas station. The Gucci Goat just see him. I am not sure, but Nosh was right there running in front of that. And so Gucci, there goes the last one for Gucci. And they are still, Goat is coming right up onto the BIS Sentinels. And there goes Krish going around the outside. Goat is right here. Can he goat his way across? And here, oh, they're coming right up and over. Optico just drove right next to him. Last code, 1 second. Let me buy it. All right, our zone did pop again. And AGGV2 Gold is now in center zone just to the south of Potato Hill. We still have the Fierce and T-Goal over by the East Bridge. We do have D18 Dynastia coming in from Lipovka. And Goat is in bad shape. Oh, Goat. And he gets found by Jelly. Jelly finishing off the last of the Gucci All-Stars. Alright, so the Zombie Boys just finished off Team Shadow. The Zombie Boys now up to 7 elimination as the BIS Sentinels are now crashing right into East Roz. Here they come. Here comes Jelly driving across the... Oh, and Jelly gets sprayed out of the car by Crazy. Crazy coming down from the top of that. and trying to get around, trying to figure out where the rest of them are. They saw the duo coming in. They see all the smokes coming out from the BIS Sentinels, and he is popping right on over trying to find Optical, and Crazy finds Optical on top of the roof. So now let's see what's going on with Jelly. Jelly's been picked back up, and here comes Crazy pushing right on in. Jelly was able to get that heel off, and he's coming right up behind Crazy, and Crazy finishes him off, and now it's just up to Nosh. Nosh is on the outside of this wall, and Nosh, there goes the nades up onto the Zombie Boys. It is just Nosh versus the trio from the Zombie Boys. There goes the nade right up on top. And here comes Crazy with the DBS, but Nosh has the DBS too, and finds and finishes Crazy. And now the Zombie Boys are down to just a duo, and Nosh is getting sprayed from two different angles. And Azoric jumping off the top of that roof and finishing off the BIS Sentinels. So we still have the Death Angels up in Yasnaya. We still have the Fierce right over on the East Bridge, and T-Goal Squad right to the south of them. And we still have 8 teams in this. All the rest of the teams are in zone except for these 2 teams, the Death Angels up here in Yasnaya, and T-Goal still down on the military base island. So we'll probably see the next fight right on over here. Maybe it's the website then. The same thing happened yesterday. Turn here between 2 and I have no idea what you're saying. Alright, so we do have the Silence coming out and around. It looks like the Silence are headed over towards school. They may end up seeing the Zombie Boys to the north, but they're pretty far away. They're just getting into position on the ridges over here, and we still have the Zombie Boys that need to come up and in. T-Goals changing directions, not going across the East Bridge, but they might end up right in the lap of Exceed down on the eastern side of the West Bridge. Toast, don't give code on chat, just do the spin. I will be doing the spin on Sunday when I do my evil green, guys. The Sunday. Alright, so the Silence are still coming up and around, not too far away from the Zombie Boys. The Silence are trying to figure out where everyone is. And here comes the Death Angels. The Death Angels may end up feeding the Silences at the top of this hill, as the Silence are trying to figure out where everyone is, going over to the recall center by school and right on past, just missing the Zombie Boys. The Zombie Boys are already on their way over on the other side, headed up towards Potato Hill. So let's go. Let's see what else is going on, because our zone's getting ready to pop, and you know that this zone is more eliminations than any player on these maps. All the top fraggers put together. Alright, T-Goal coming in and across. Ooh, Dom 6 may end up right on top of him. And our zone just popped again, and we're going to the northwest. So we still have Pachinki, a little bit of Watertown, School, Potato Hill. They're all right over here. The Death Angels coming right up and over right next to Team 13, AGGV2 Gold right at the top of this hill. And I think Mr. Roshi just heard all those footsteps right above him. And look at this, the Death Angels are starting to circle down and around, but it looks like everyone may be headed over to Pachinki. So now the Zombie Boys are in Pachinki, getting ready for this push by all the other teams. There goes Hosu, driving right on in. AGGV2 pushing their way right into the Zombie Boys, and here comes Team 16, the Death Angels as well, right across the field in the blue barns right over here. And here comes the Silence Emperado having issues with that car, but he got through. And here comes the Death Angels versus, oh, and there goes the Zombie Boys. Cena just got found. Oh, and Emperado gets knocked. Let's check on the Degas. Degas gets knocked by the Death Angels. So now Exotic's at the top. And here they come out and around. So now it's just up to Unknown. Unknown coming in from the top of the hill, trying to stay out of the spray. Having buggy issues driving sideways down that hill. Coming right up in Emperado is still bleeding out, but here comes the nade over onto Mr. Roshi. Mr. Roshi and Sear right on the backside of these containers, still throwing those nades. Oh, what a nade, and now Unknown coming out and around. He still has Optimistic up there, but he's going to try to get across and pick up Emperado, and look at Optimistic trying to get those shots as they come pulling right up in Optimistic coming on down and around. And so let's see what Unknown is doing. Emperado coming right on out. Look at the Bentley, boys. The Bentley right there. And Emperado gets taken out by that nade. And so now it is Unknown versus Optimistic AGGV2. Look at that, Azoric is able to knock one of them from AGGV2 right over in Bigado. And here comes another nade by Unknown right on over towards Optimistic. Optimistic down to about half health, and they are still coming out and still trying to get these nades right on over onto him. Look at that, Optimistic is right there. Oh, is he going to get him? He finds Mr. Rochi, and so now Mr. Roshi is gone, and it is just Unknown versus Optimistic. Here comes the nade right on out, and he finds Optimistic. So the Silents are still in this, but now here comes the Fierce. Unknown just doesn't even get a chance to heal up, and here comes all of them from the Fierce coming right up and in. Let's see, the Zombie Boys. Look at that. Azoric was able to hold off AGGV2. And now we still are going to the northwest again. Exceed is in zone. We have T-Goal coming up and around. We still have D18 over at the Slaughterhouse, and Unknown completely surrounded by the Fierce. The Fierce coming out and around. Let's see what's going to happen and see what we can find out next. Unknown, a solo for the Silence. And I'm not sure what the Fierce are shooting at, but Static is up on top of that hill, and we still have a Zork over here in Pachinki. Looks like a Zork getting ready to get on out of there, and he is up to 6 eliminations, heading on to the north, right into Exceed at the top of the church. So he's gonna just push his way right in between all these teams, going right up between the D18 over at the compound. We call it the B compound, and Exceed right at the top. Azoric still coming out and around just right to the south of Exceed. Gonna try to get that nade up onto Pico, still pushing up onto the school. Right there is Pico right in front of him. Azoric is down to about 20 HP still. Oh, and the Zombie Boy's taken out by Exceed. But here comes D18 trying to get down and around Slaughterhouse, trying to come right up and around Exceed. Exceed, look at that. Exceed is able to take him down and out. Dom 6 at the top. Let's check in on Dom 6, see where he was, and he's still checking it out over there as Selfless is all the way at the Slaughterhouse by himself, watching D18 drive around the outside of him. And Selfless does have to get into zone. We are down to the top 5 teams. We still have Unknown from the Silence down in the Blue Barns. To the east of Pachinki. I'm having directional issues, guys. Let's see what's gonna go on with D18 as right over on the edge of zone. Gonna go ahead and smoke it on up. Try to get his boost on. Try to get his guns loaded, and our zone's getting ready to pop, and we will see where in this field we are going. Oh, we went all the way to the southwest this time, and so all of Exceed are in zone. Let's check in on Unknown. Where is Unknown? He's over at the mayor's house. He's just getting some of this loot, as here comes the Fierce pushing their way in across and right up the ridges over here to the north of Pachinki and Whitebeard finding Exceed. Let's go over to Whitebeard, see what Whitebeard is doing, taking those shots up at the church, checking his back, making sure everything is clear back there. And here comes Soka from the north part of zone and all the way over here in the golf course. We still have Azov way over here as a solo and Unknown over here. Let's check in on Zeke's from the Fierce. It looks like he's just doing the same thing as everyone else, getting those boosts up, getting ready for the final fights. We are down to the top 5 teams of tonight's final match for PMCS Hop into Spring. It looks like Static was found a little bit. Let's go over and check out what Static is doing. He is back up to full health. And we have Soka all the way across taking those shots. I can hear Soka. Oh, Soka is in the back seat. Look at this. Just checking out everything. He is alive and well, just watching everything. Here comes Teagle pulling right up onto Soka, taking those shots over onto Sicko. Sicko coming right up on the other side. Let's see what this Sicko is doing, and he's trying to throw those smokes as they're trying to take over this hilltop right on the other side of Soka, and here comes the rest of Soka's team to back him up, and we still have Exceed taking the shots at the Fierce as the Fierce are coming right up and onto T-Goal Squad. Let's check in on Pops. Pops right over here. Oh, Pops has been popped, and I didn't catch who popped him. Alright, so the nade by Whitebeard right in our face. And here comes Jiggery, and there they go. The Fierce finishing that off, and we are down to the top 3 teams. We still have D18 Azov in this, and look at this coming up right behind him. Our Exceed. Is Exceed gonna drive? Yes, Exceed's driving all the way out and around, and look at Azov. He's trying to take those shots onto Exceed as Exceed are circling him like sharks in the water in a feeding frenzy. So Empty throwing that nade right on over, just barely missing as a bounce. Ooh, that one didn't miss him quite so much. He's down to about half health, guys, but he is still holding off Exceed, and that nade takes him down even more. He's down to about 20 HP, so he is still in this, guys. He's still in it as Exceed are all pushing right up and around. Here comes Empty, and he's and he DBS's Empty right out of that buggy, but now here comes the Fierce right up and over. So now the Fierce, D18 and Exceed are right over here by this rock. D18 Azov trying to heal back up, still throwing those smokes, trying to use this rock as much cover as he can. Hopping into Empty from Exceed's buggy and headed into zone. And look at this zone, guys. He is coming right up and around the backside, spinning out right in front of Pico. And Pico finishes him off. We're down to the last 2 teams. We have Exceed versus the Fierce. So let's check in on Selfless. Selfless is still right over here on the edge of zone, throwing those nades right up and over, and Selfless is getting shot at. He's down to about 20 HP. 1 HP. Pico has been knocked, and Whitebeard, I think, was the one that finished that match. The Fierce coming in first with 5 eliminations. Exceed coming in second with 4 eliminations. D18 Dynastia coming in third with 5 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 and 17. Going all out. Zombie Boys, Azoric 6 elimination, 784 damage. Guys, let me find out. Toast just said she didn't think she'd get the scores out, but let me ask her before I shut this down. Give me just a second. Alright guys, she said no scores. You're going to have to click the link that I pinned at the top. Head on over to their server to find out the final scores for tonight. GG's everyone. Congrats to the winners. This was PMCS Hop into Spring Finals. Thank you everyone for coming out and supporting PMCS and me. We truly appreciate your support. Please hit that like. Let us know that you like the stream, you like the games, you like the matches, you like the fights. Stay safe everyone. I will see you soon. Good night.
Just let me